welcome to another X-Files CCG deck profile. This deck profile is going to be a little different than the other ones. This is a take on a deck style called a speed deck. Um, the idea behind a speed deck is that you have a team of agents, all with at least one skill that they have at a 4, and then sending out your agents to investigate as many sites as possible on your turn. Ideally 3 to 4. The other interesting thing about these decks is that they usually never contain any conspiracy cards. So it's all gas all the time, and you'll see that the sites in this deck, there are 30 of them, and the idea is to just pump out sites and information as fast as you can to speed ahead of your opponent and figure out that X-file. So let's begin. First and foremost, we have our agent team. It's a 20-point team. You'll notice that each one of the agents here all have a particular skill that is a 4, and we'll go through each one of them. Fox Mulder's here to pay for those sites. As you can understand, playing 3 to 4 sites a turn can be rather expensive, and Mulder's here to help ease that pain a little bit. And we're going to utilize his alien investigation of 4. Clyde Bruckman is in here because of his wonderful game effect that allows you to remove the token from him to examine your opponent's hand and just simply remove a card from their hand from the game. We're going to utilize Clyde Bruckman's evidence collection of 4. Albert Hosteen is in here for his ability to say no to your opponent and then punish them if they play that conspiracy card against you to ask another question, which could be treacherous for your opponent. We're going to utilize his occult investigation of 4. And then Dr. Charles Burk is in this starting agent team. He has a token that allows him to negate 1 occult adversary, and we're going to be utilizing his computer 4 skill. All these agents are very good, very powerful, and like I said, we'll be off and running in a moment. So we'll start with, we have 2 combat cards in this deck. Both the same one, but they are called Run For It. You can play this card on any agent to immediately end combat for the agent. Finish the combat without the agent. The agent takes no damage from the combat and may still contribute his skill to other skill checks. So the idea behind this card is that we'll be doing a lot of solo agent investigations, and if someone were to play a big nasty adversary against us, we don't want our agent to be out of service for multiple turns. We want to keep going, keep that foot on the pedal. So if you have a solo agent at a site investigating and you play a run for it to end the combat with the adversary, what occurs is that there are no more agents at the site, and that adversary is discarded. The site will be discarded because we didn't investigate it, and your agent will just be ready for the next one if you have a way to send them to another location or another site. We have 2 of those in the deck. Our equipment suite is 2 USGS Quadrant Maps and 2 hospital crash carts. The USGS Quadrant Map says attach this card to any agent in the bureau. Discard this card to search through your bureau deck and add any 1 site card to your hand. Show your opponent which card you have added and shuffle your deck. This is useful when you're trying to winnow down what X-file your opponent has and you need a particular site to ask that affiliation or motive or method or result. And maybe you don't have one in your hand. This will go and find that for you. We also have 2 hospital crash carts. In the event our agents do go to the hospital, we want to heal them up quick. So that's why they're in here. We're going to go over to the events. Let's save the sites for last since there's so many. Our event package is all active player cards, and it looks like this. Unexpected call. We're going to be spending a lot of our resource points, so we will happily borrow our opponents. We have 2 Langley to cancel bluffs. We have 2 hard evidence, again, to pump up that resource pool. We have 2 grid pattern search to get back cards that we might be finding useful in our game against our opponent. We have 2 X to cancel adversaries, 2 Frohikes to cancel those events. Evasive Maneuvers will help get rid of adversaries at a slightly steeper cost that are non-phenomena. We have 2 Deep Throats to get more questions asked. 2 Misclassified Cases. This will allow you play this card during your case assignment phase, and it prevents your opponent from playing adversaries on the site that you are targeting with it. We have 2 Ceremony, again, to speed up that healing of our agents and make sure they get back out there as quick as we possibly can. It's also only effective on a believer agent, and with our agents, I think most of them are there. The last few cards that we do have are a Nurse Owen as a singleton. Her ability is beautiful because of those game effects that we have from our agents. She allows us to refill those tokens. So we want to be using the effects from our agents early and often, because when we get our Nurse Owens, she's going to allow us to put that token right back on them. So we get a second use from Clyde or Albert or Burk. We also have included One Breath. This will allow us to go find the event that we need at that time. Could be the Nurse Owens, could be anything that is going to help us in our situation. And 2 Mulligans, because since we are going to be playing lots of sites and things from our hand, we're going to want to be refilling that to keep that site pool available to us as high as possible. That's our events. And on to the sites. Now, sites aren't that flashy, but there are a lot of them. We have a couple of the multi websites here. We have Farmington, New Mexico, and Deadhorse, Alaska. They're just in there for taking advantage of the skills we're already using. Alien investigation, computer for Farmington, and alien investigation and evidence collection for Deadhorse. They also get that a little bit of a break on the requirements. Specifically, if you ask a method question with Farmington and that question is manipulation, you only have to hit a 4, thus allowing a single agent to investigate Farmington. And the same kind of thing is there if we do manipulation with Deadhorse for the result, or manipulation of evidence, you get that break and it's only a 4+, and that means Mulder or Bruckman could be the agents that investigate Deadhorse. Now on to our monosites. We have a bunch. We have the coastal Northwest Oregon alien investigation. We have this is Striker's Cove, got Arlington, Virginia, Virgil Incanto's apartment, Mahan Propulsion Labs. We have Browning, Montana, Lake Okobogee, Newark, New Jersey, Jerusalem, Ohio, Psychiatric Hospital, Olympic National Forest, Miller's Grove, and the last 2 are Icy Cape, Alaska. It's 30 sites. All of them can be investigated by one of our agents at a time. And again, the idea of the speed deck is to play as many sites as possible each turn, investigating them with single agents and finding out that X-file as soon as you possibly can. Just remember that only one Icy Cape can be played a turn. You can't have 2 out being investigated at once, because you will have so many sites in your hand. Have fun and good luck.